When it comes to PAD, it seems we have more questions these days than we have answers, and that seems to be the case with every single PAD Leg Saver hotline call. You can see the number right there in the corner of your screen, 1-833 PAD legs. But we have so many folks that are here in our live in studio audience today, Douglas, that are talking about just all of the different issues when it comes to PAD, trying to find a doctor, trying to figure out the how to create the perfect circle of care within their hospital system. But I actually thought we could start with a success story. I heard that our good friend Alan here, which I cut him off right before the show began, has some big news to share. So I thought, what do you think, Douglas? Should we start there?
I do believe.
Hi, Alan.
Hello. Well, I think everybody knows, about a 3.5 month fight trying to get a new socket to fit. And we're on the third rendition. And for once, we went in. I liked the foot, everything fit, little adjustment. And I took the dog for a half-mile walk, and I had no pain in my residual limb for the first time in 3.5 years.
Is that a below
Which
the knee?
is
That's
huge.
for below the knee, right?
Yep, yep.
Oh, that is huge. And how many years since? And when I've talked to doctors about amputation, there are some still a handful of doctors that still believe that patients are better off with having the amputation versus a year of wound care, which it can be extensive over the course of a year for that, a lot of pain and suffering, because they think that you get your prosthetic right away, the wound heals 6 months later, you get fitted for a prosthetic, and you're golden. That didn't happen
Nope.
for you.
It was a year before I got my prosthetic. A lot of setbacks with infections, and I fell and broke it, and a couple other things happened. The wound fell open from surgery, and just a lot. It took about a year and 2 months before I got my prosthetic, and I was so determined. You saw the first time I walked; it was pretty quick, and but we discovered shortly after walking about 150 yards, I had to take it off because it was cutting off the circulation and what is left of my calf. So then we got another one, same thing, and it happened all over again. And I figured out that it was me not being demanding enough.
I was going to say,
And
really, Alan, you're the problem?
No, you taught me how to be demanding. Um, and so I finally this time said to David, who you met, my prosthetist, that
Yep.
I'm not gonna just accept anything this time. I'm not signing any financial agreements, nothing. He said that's fine. So I've had 3 sockets made, and this one is one with a soft inner liner, which I've never had before, and it is a vacuum system, and with a new foot, and took right off, and didn't have to stop for a half mile before I just
Wow.
got tired and had to take it off.
That's
So the
amazing.
very
And
good,
minute,
Imelda says, congratulations on the success. We missed you. Sorry, Douglas, go ahead.
the very minute you tried it on, could you tell a difference?
yes, I could tell where the pain was going to be and where it wasn't. And he adjusted it, did some melting and moving of this plastic rendition to get it in the right shape. And I can still tell it's made out of a thermoplastic, so it's not the final fit. It's not, but he can heat it with a little torch and move things and remold it as I need it before he sends it back to Ohio to get it permanently made out of. Oh shoot, I can't remember what they use. Oh, they use
So
them in cars a lot.
do you do you do you need to wear it like for a certain amount of time to figure out this spot or that
Right.
spot, or can you get
I
it
have
right at the very first time?
very first time I knew where I was going to put it on, where it felt funny. He readjusted it and it felt fine after that. Now there's a big difference. You can walk all you want in their parking lot, around the office and stuff, but as soon as you get into real life situation, everything changes. So,
That's
and everything's
great that they
changing.
let you out.
Yep. So they
It's like
allowed me to
trying out a
take
new
this one
pair of
home. They finally
shoes.
trust me.
It's
Yep.
like
So I'm
trying out a
trying
new
out
pair of
this a
shoes,
foot
right?
for this week. Yep. Yep. I walk. I've had to. I might have to relearn to walk myself. Rewalk completely again. It just
So
everything changed.
do you think this new one is going to make that big a difference
Oh yeah.
overall?
Yep. I can finally walk long enough to work on collaterals in my remaining leg. Yep.
So how did
Yep.
that feel
It's
when you got through walk? How did that feel psychologically, emotionally, knowing that maybe,
oh,
just
you just
maybe,
have to go there, don't you, Douglas? Just have to go there.
just, just maybe, I
It
finally have
it
found
it
an
felt
answer?
it felt like a success, but it was good to feel my right calf worn out that I worked it and I walked at a pretty aggressive pace. So, but I think Frank enjoyed it too, the dog. So
Oh,
Oh,
we
I'm
didn't
sure
have
he did.
he was tired by the time we got done. He's a little older than I found out than I thought he was. He was pretty worn out.
But Alan,
So
and it's that I just got off the phone with one of our PAD patients, and they're in the kind of the exact opposite area. So the roller coaster ride that we all go through, that like you've been through with your prosthetic to get to this point, we hear a lot of positive stories, and a lot of people said, I walked 1,000 steps today. I walked 2,000 steps. I made it to the mailbox. But at the same time, we also know we all go through the ups and downs of dealing with PAD.
yep, I've just
So
got
what
an extra step I have to deal with. No toes and no leg. And it gets
gotcha.
harder, but it gets better, and you just can't give up with it.
I think that's why we created the new walking thing that's coming up in September. That's going to be amazing, and
Great
how
circulation
the
challenge.
the Great Circulation Challenge, and how the importance, the truly the importance of walk is for us, no matter what,
Mm-hmm.
whether we want to or not. And we had a doctor on the other day. I can't remember her name now. She's doing this study, but she had some great information about the importance of walking and
Dr.
how
Mary McDermott. You mean
that's
Dr.
her.
Mary
Yes.
McDermott? Yeah.
Yes. I
So
couldn't
spoil
remember
it
her
for
name.
everyone because no one's seen it yet. No one's actually seen the interview except for you. Oh, and Joshua, our producer.
And wait till y'all, she has, I heard her talk about what we talk about, but now there's evidence about what we talk about here that it actually works. You have to get off the couch, get out of the chair, and take that extra step, no matter what, to build those collaterals. And not only that, but how it helps us psychologically and emotionally, knowing that I'm able to walk this far, and 2 months from now, I can walk that far. And it's that amazing thing about, I went with two friends yesterday and walked a mile,
That's great.
a whole mile. And I had a little bit of the regular discomfort in my left leg that I always have, but it's finding those things out in it, Alan. And I'm just I'll show y'all. I don't know if y'all, for those on YouTube, you can't see, but just
Oh yeah, if you're on YouTube, you can see everything you do. I'm sure Joshua's going to make it absolutely clear. We can see your new shoes.
now, I'm telling you now, I've tried shoe after shoe after shoe, and I have not taken these shoes off since I put them on 4 weeks ago. I will not wear any other pair of shoes.
Wow.
That they make my feet feel so better at the end of the day than anything I've ever had. So getting out and experimenting and learning what works for you, what doesn't work for you, how just taking that advancement every day. If you did 10 steps a day, tomorrow do an extra 10 steps.
Yeah.
It's from Bass Pro Shops. It's called Worldwide Sportsman, but it is a water shoe.
I was just gonna say, now wait a minute. We're getting a shoe from Bass Pro Shops. That is not the first place that I
Mhm.
would go shopping for shoes, but
Oh, they've got a hell of a
that's
selection.
awesome.
That's where
Wow,
mine
that's
came from.
amazing. Oh,
Two
are you
pairs.
serious? You too?
Yep.
But it
I
is,
wear Merrill hiking boots, and I swear by them.
What is the shoe? Who
Merrill.
makes it? Merrill?
Merrill. I
Oh,
have a
his I
pair of
don't know.
Merrill hiking boots.
Yep,
Oh, yours is
they're
Merrill
great.
too, Douglas.
These are called Worldwide Sportsmen. It's a manufacturer of water shoes. But they are just the most, I was shocked at how comfortable. And when I walked that mile, I couldn't even tell a difference. It
Mm.
was just amazing. So it's getting out and trying the things. We talk about wool socks. We talk about tube socks. You know, Kevin talks about how you walk with you, how you move your left shoulder and your right hip, all that together. And it's amazing. And that challenge that we have coming up is going to be an amazing challenge because it's going to walk 60,000 miles through the body.
Yeah, who here, let's do a little roll call. Who here has signed up for the Great Circulation Challenge? We're doing 60,000 miles across the human superhighway. Okay, amazing. But who has signed up for P.A.D support groups team versus Bucky's team, Douglas's team? We also have Kevin, who's not here, but Kevin Thomas Morgan, his team is Fiddle Dog, P.A.D, can't remember, P.A.D training manual or something.
Yes.
Um, anyone? I think I saw Marie. Did you sign up? Yeah, I think I saw you signed up. Oh, wait a minute. I think I signed you up. I think I
All,
did.
I, all I
Sorry,
gotta
Marie.
say,
I'm just signing you up for you.
the
I told
Bucky's
you to get a
Can't remember.
firewall. McNicholas was around.
You need to do it for me.
You guys better watch out. I think I signed up someone else earlier too. But you know who also signed up, and I just want to give them a shout out here because I really do appreciate it. If you remember Dean, they used to call in from South Africa and he worked with Patient Pro Marketing. I just want to give a shout out to Rachel B. Singer, who is the CEO, and she is starting a Patient Pro Marketing team and trying to get clinicians and physicians and patients to also sign up. So she has Team Patient Pro Marketing, and I just want to thank them for supporting um, the project, also supporting the project. We have that minimally invasive device, the Detour system, or P.A.D from Endologics. So they're sponsoring, and also Reflow Medical with the retractable stent, the spur for below the knee. They came in and sponsored, and everything is just at cost. And of course, we came in, and Kym's Pockets came in as well. And we had a great, really nice guy that I met on an airplane who's a genius developer. His name is Chance, and he's just like, he's basically doing most of it just out of the goodness of his heart. He's expanded even the app, the My Steps app, to include, as I think we talked about last time, Douglas wanted a cigarette tracker. He wanted not only how, to be able to log a cigarette, but also the trigger and also the location. And so we put that all in, and we're going to be rolling that out in the next couple of weeks for his smoking cessation program Monday
I
nights.
saw my heart doctor last week, and after everything was done, I said, "Can you give me 5 minutes?" She goes, "Yeah." And so I brought it up on my phone, showed her, and she brought the young man in who does all the Methodist Hospital email stuff. And I showed it to him, and they posted, and they were going to post it all over Methodist to see if they wanted to start their own. Or I told her she needed to join the Bucky's Wanderers because we're gonna kick butt. The Bucky's Warriors are going to be.
I love that. We also yesterday when we had the endocrinologist, Dr. Manassas, we had Sally from South Africa, another South Africa dude. He is a P.A.D. warrior, amputee warrior, and we just found out that he got a job as an associate researcher helping with the University of Cape Town, helping to raise awareness for P.A.D. and disabilities that may arise along with it, especially for amputees and what they need to do to create the change that is needed there in South Africa for patients
And
with body amputations.
in this the part, Kim, where how many years have you tried to get everybody on board like they do with breast cancer or lung cancer, and how hard has it been to get people to join and to participate and support and have a community dealing with PAD like they do with breast cancer? I mean, how many breast cancer 5Ks do you see? When was the last time you saw a PAD 5K anywhere?
And that's something that Reflow Medical is really considering, and they're leading the charge. They hired someone that is going to help who's done some other types of walks for other illnesses and has been very successful. And it does take a couple of years to really get something going and to make one particular event successful. A lot of components. And so I think they're bringing in also us and the CLI Global Society and other industry sponsors to say, hey, let's do this all together. And what I'm hoping is maybe they will award a few scholarships for people that may not be in the area, patients with PAD who may not be in the area of that particular walk, that would have the opportunity to fly in and stay overnight and participate in that walk. So that's something that I want to propose. So not only people in the area, but also some other folks can have the opportunity to fly in. But I'm going to look and see how many people we have signed up for it right now.
Do it in Chicago so I can drive my truck to Chicago where
Look at
I know a gentleman lives, and I ain't no telling what I could bring home with me also.
this is amazing. Okay, who is that? Oh, you guys are gonna have some competition here. So we have a group that was just started, Chasing Dusty Roads and Blue Skies. I love that. And the one yesterday was Sally and the endocrinologist, Dr. Manassas. They started the diabetes and obesity. We also have My Aim Health with Kurt Chiato and a couple of other folks there. Hope Vascular, Hope Vascular, Douglas.
Yes,
Hope
sir, I
Vascular
do.
signed up.
Yeah. Oh,
So
really? They did?
it looks like they may be opening a place in Austin. So this might be the foray into telling everybody about it, but they started Hope Austin, Houston. There's even Team Scotland. I got to find Imelda on here because I want to see whose team that Imelda started. I'm going to see if she's a traitor to me or if she's faithful to
No, I think
Douglas. Who are you supporting, Imelda?
Imelda needs to support the Bucky's Warriors. She really needs to support us, don't you, Imelda?
Oh, you know what?
Come on.
We can spend the next couple of weeks convincing her to actually join our teams because she hasn't joined a team yet. I do have the power to assign her to a team, but I won't do that. Wanda.
You're gonna do me
I'm just
too.
gonna stay down here in the corner silent.
I do. Alan, I don't even see you on here.
Oh yeah, I'm just under assumed name.
You're under a pseudonym?
A pseudonym, yeah. An assumed name.
Assumed name. I was like, what word is that?
Didn't we
Okay,
also
and
try and
assumed.
convince Hines also to start one there in Colorado?
Yeah, we did. I didn't see the Rockies. Where's the Rockies, Hines? I don't see it.
Pick on Hines.
I haven't. There you go, Alan. I forgot about it.
Oh,
Oh,
man.
no.
wow.
It's the
And
shaming.
yet,
Hey, I
and
signed up
yet
already.
you're here all the time, so maybe you're forgiven. Just because you're here. This
Have
is
you joined a team, Wanda?
No, I don't know what to do yet. I've joined the walk, I know there's no way I can walk. I won't make 60,000 steps in.
No,
You
so that's
don't,
the great thing. Douglas, explain.
you don't
Nobody
have
will.
to. Nobody
If
will.
you
None
get
of
10
us will
miles
make
the
it.
whole month, that's great.
Hell, we got 2 women on here that walk 35,000 steps a day. I'm like,
They do what? Wait, whoa, whoa, whoa. They walk 32,000 steps a day?
yes, yes, yes.
Who walks 32,000 steps a day? That's a lot of steps.
I've never seen that one.
I could probably tell you who it is the great hiker.
The
Think
VJ?
about it.
BJ, maybe, yeah.
Yeah,
DJ climbs
Our,
mountains.
our Dora the Explorer.
Tour of the Explorer.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the
That's funny.
doctor who was it Kim said the other day, one person walked 60,000 miles. How many steps would you have to walk a day in a month to get 60,000 miles in a month?
Heinz, my
I don't know.
Googler.
That's
You
okay.
couldn't
Heinz,
get that.
you gonna Google that for us? Heinz is so good
Working
at
on
that.
So no, Wanda,
Thank you.
it's a combination. It really is a combination. If you walk 10 steps a day, that matters as much as somebody who walks 100. It doesn't matter. Participation is the whole point in getting out and walking. And if you start with just say 10 steps the first of the month, the end of the month you're walking 100 steps. Look at the progress you made and think about the support. So if the Buckies get to say 35,670, I need 10 miles to beat Kim. You give me that 10 steps, we done. The Buckies Wonders are going to celebrate, and we're going to pick on her for the rest of the year.
It's 100. It's 100.
So
You would
need
have
to
to
walk 2,000.
do between 4
2,000
million and
miles a
5
day.
million steps a day.
Wait, hold on, my head
4
just
and 5
spun.
million steps a day.
Heinz, how many steps?
Well, if the average
4 to
person
5.
like me, I mean, it's 2,000 miles a day you have to walk to get 60,000 miles in a month. So if you
I did the steps.
if you go like me 2,200 steps to make a mile,
Right.
that's 4,400,000 steps a day.
It depends on somebody's stride, though. You
Yeah,
know?
I go between 2,000 and 2,200 steps to make a mile. But you're right, it's based on a stride. So
Okay,
4 million.
so how many people, to make it realistic, I kind of broke it down to, I was hoping if we get 500 people and everyone could get in a certain amount of steps. I mean, I think we need 1,000 people to be really safe to hit the 60,000 mile mark.
Oh my goodness. How many do we have now? How many people?
We're a month out and we have 170.
Imelda,
So if you divide it by 500, 4,400,000 steps, divided by 500, that's 8,800. 8,800 steps. That's, for me, that's 4 miles that I do on a given day. And keep in
So
mind,
we-
that's just what I walk, that I rate myself on. It doesn't include just walking around the house or, checking
Well, see,
mail like that.
you're right, Heinz. We got to remember that. The overall step's important, but what's also important in this process is developing collaterals, walking those steps to get in that claudication time so that you can build collateral. So the end of the month, you can go further. The next month, you can go further. By the time December gets here, you're going further. So it's important about supporting each other, inspiring each other, giving each other hope, courage, and strength to get out and walk, no matter how far you can walk. If you can only walk 30 steps a day, I think that's a success. You walk 30 steps a day. If you got up tomorrow you walk 31 steps. That's a success. This doctor was talking about it's impossible for all of us to continually progress like that. You're going to have days where one day you can walk 30 steps, the next day it's 28 steps. So but it is getting up and walking,
Yeah.
you know,
Hey,
Well, I
that's
think
what this is all about.
I have a question. This
Okay.
would be medical, so it'd be more for Kym. Is I don't get claudication in my right leg, but my leg, my calf will get really worn out because I haven't been able to walk, but maybe 350 yards, 400 yards at a time without taking my prosthetic off. Today, I really wore it out. It wasn't cramping, but it felt like a good workout. Does that still build collaterals?
Yeah, if you're really working at, because some people, I mean, you've had a lot of stuff done. Are you talking on your good leg?
My
Your
good
full leg?
leg. Yep.
Okay. Do you have some, because that's the one you also have the TMA. So I'm wondering if there's also some nerve damage in there that,
There is.
and that's why you need your ultrasound often because you don't really feel everything that's going on there. And you might not be feeling the cramping. It might just present in you as more fatigue. So
Yeah. It feels like muscle fatigue is what it feels like, but it feels good.
see,
It doesn't
then
feel
that's really
bad.
good.
Okay.
And
And how
Kevin
you can
talked
tell is
about
if you're
that.
really pushing it.
Yep.
And that's really what's key. You should feel as though you got in a workout.
That's what it felt
Um,
like.
And so I know that poor Potsy's had a really good workout lately, but I'm a little mad at him about certain things. He's
Imelda posted a question
he's on my
about
chocolate list.
how can you count your steps?
Uh-oh, here it comes. I can't wait to see this.
For those that are watching on YouTube, make sure you like and subscribe to this video, like the video, subscribe to the channel. But and if you want to come
Look
in
at there,
studio and see
Kim.
the glitz that Alan made, oh my God, they look amazing. info@padhelp.org, and we'll get you into the live studio audience. Potsy, you got to explain. This is amazing.
Okay. I watched your show, Kym, where you were upside down. And that was a
Douglas made me keep it up there. I have to actually, Joshua did not hear this story, and I might have to share his screen because it was actually, I took his advice, except it wasn't how he intended it. So he's I was upside down. Alan, so you took this show,
okay. I
heard the
watched,
story? Douglas, it's all
I-
you. You told on me. Um Sorry, Alan, tell us about your chocolates.
okay, I watched you and
Upside down.
I watched you upside down and I couldn't like replicate what you were doing because you had ingredients I'd never heard of. And you don't
Oh, man.
measure anything, so I had no idea, what to
Don't
put in.
measure. Yeah, I
So,
don't.
so
Isn't it
I
terrible? I'm the worst. That's why Kym can't cook.
Yep.
yes.
I'll
So,
stick with my day job. Go ahead. Sorry.
so I used Sophia. That's my
I
AI.
started to. Oh,
And
Sophia. Is that your chat GPT?
yes,
Love it.
I told Sophia what I wanted to make. And she came up with the recipe for me. And she had ingredients on there that I never had.
Okay.
And so I worked with her and said, hey, like she wanted me to use God, what was it? Avocado oil?
Okay.
And I said, no, I said, all I've got is extra virgin olive oil. And she said, that'll work. And I went back and forth with the ingredients I had. I had to buy two
What a
ingredients.
great
Hang on,
idea.
hang on a second. Hang on a second.
Okay. Yeah, so for those who are listening, I keep being asked to make these healthy Reese's peanut butter cups and or just I call them chocolate cups or chocolate peanut butter cups, or I have chocolate spirulina cups that I make. I just
Oh,
keep changing
oh,
out the filling. But
I
the
just
main
couldn't,
ingredients.
I couldn't
Go ahead.
figure out how much hairspray you had to have to hold your hair like it was, and why none of the
Upside down.
biscuits or cupcakes fell out of the pan because you were upside down.
That's good. 4 or 5 cans of Aquanet. Yep.
okay. So these are the two ingredients I had to buy.
Okay, so you got the cacao,
I got the cacao powder and
the
I
cacao nibs.
got cacao nibs.
What's the difference? I know powder versus nibs, but are there ingredient differences in there, or is it just a different way they cut the cacao or process it?
It's basically a different way of processing the nibs.
Okay.
Okay.
So if you look at the nips, they look like little chocolate chips or
Yeah.
chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. And
How do
and
they taste? Are they bitter?
a little bitter, yeah. And yeah, the ingredients are identical. The ingredients are
Interesting.
identical.
Okay, so
And
it's just how they're processed.
there's no chemical additives in these products. And I used Sophia, and Sophia told me that this brand was an excellent brand. It's
What is it?
very,
Navitas? Yeah, Navitas.
it's a really good brand to use. And this is what, can you see? This is what these nibs look like. They're just tiny
Yeah,
little, it's
they
like
look
a,
like
it's,
little chocolate chips. They're about a quarter the size of a typical
yeah,
chocolate chip though.
yeah, it's a mini chocolate chip. And that's to give it some texture. So basically,
That's such a great idea.
I used,
Such a great idea.
I used this. I used collagen powder, which I had. That's to give it some
Yay! Look at
protein.
you.
I used the nibs to give it some texture. I used a natural peanut butter. So pure peanut butter.
Okay.
I had the extra virgin olive oil. I had vanilla extract.
Okay. And was there pumpkin in it?
Did you measure all this to put it
I did.
together?
Yes, the recipe I had gave me the measurements. So I had a half a cup of cacao powder. I had a half a
Okay.
cup of peanut butter. I measured everything, which I need to do when I'm making something. And you don't bake it, you just mix it all together and put it in the fridge and make the little balls and put it in the fridge.
Ooh,
And
take a bite of one. I want to see what's inside. Ooh, okay. So we're doing a Halloween candy, a healthier Halloween candy, with Chef Eric. So I'm wondering if you can show everybody how to make those, along with whatever Chef Eric's going to make, and then Douglas will be creative. I told him I might have to get him some those little candy trays, and then he can make do a really cool simple version for people, and he just sticks it in the freezer, and they'll be shaped like little, maybe we'll do ghosts, Douglas, or if you want pumpkins. But we're gonna do that. I think it's for some reason October 9th. But you can go to youtube.com/the @ the way to my heart, click on live, and you'll see all of the upcoming episodes, and just click on the notification button, the notify, and it'll make sure that you are notified when
Alan,
we go live with it.
can you can you give us an idea what that might taste like? What can you express to us what it kind of?
the taste is a mix of chocolate and peanut butter, and it tastes really good.
Did you have any sort of sweetener in there?
Hang on a sec. I'm gonna open up my recipe.
Okay. Yeah, because I would imagine it would be a little bland and bitter if you didn't have some sort of sweetener in it. I didn't hear any ingredients. I don't know if Marie or Douglas or Alan heard any of the
No, I
ingredients
didn't.
that make it sweet.
No
Wanda, I
sweetness,
don't know if
no.
no, okay.
Hang on,
But I heard the vanilla, so vanilla is good, and I can see, I mean, how it all would bind together. Do and yours don't melt in your hands very easily, so I'm gonna have to figure out mine. The moment I take them out of the freezer, within 5 minutes, they're starting to just.
yes.
Could it be anything to do with measuring, maybe?
Hang on, I'm having a problem
Probably
opening
true.
this.
Because if you watch
They still taste good.
cook, if you watch Kim cook, you understand that there really isn't no measuring ability.
It's-
It just,
Nope.
you pour in what you think it should look like.
And then
Not
after
on-
she
And then I
gets
just add a little
done,
bit more and a little bit more.
yep, and then after she gets done, the yellow tape goes across the kitchen until the cleanup crew
It does.
comes in.
Yeah.
It totally does. Do you
And they're
guys
in there,
remember the walnuts when I tried to make my first walnut milk? And I went over to I thought it was supposed to be an Cuisinart type of machine, a food processing machine, because that's what they did, the influencer that did it. So I put my water on. Well, literally, I put the water in. I was getting ready to grab the walnuts. I talked to the camera, turned back around, and there was no water inside the Cuisinart. It was literally all over underneath the air fryer, all over the floor. And I just sit there and play it off and wonder, where the frick did that water go? Because I didn't see it at first. It was like empty. And it was, and the sun was shining in. So it had a little bit of a glare. I was like, oh my God. So I had to go to plan B, and yeah, it was my blender that I had to switch it to. What was the sweetener, Alan?
I'm having a
Still looking?
problem. I'm trying to get it to open. I'm having a problem with Word and I don't
Okay.
know why.
But
Um,
it
I-
sounds like it was really so simple to make. It's not like
It
you
is,
spend you spending hours and hours slaving over a stove or anything.
it was so easy to make. It took me less than half an hour. And honestly, I spend a half an hour a week making this, and it's gonna replace chocolate bars. It's gonna reduce my ice cream. Like it,
Yep. And you
try
can
it. And she
actually
thought,
put berries inside the fridge. And then when you bring them out heat up, put a little bit of that extra virgin olive oil in the pan, put the powder and the cocoa nibs in there, let it kind of melt down a little bit, and add whatever sweetener you did, and put that over your berries, and it creates a little bit of a magic shell. It's so good. And
now,
it's healthy.
Kim,
Yes. Yes.
I read that heating cocoa powder can reduce the value of the flavanols. You shouldn't heat flavanols. Do you know anything about that?
I have heard if you bring it to a boil, so I just put a little bit of heat, very low heat, just enough to make it so that the olive oil the two will melt together. So yeah, I'll have to do more research on that, but I know at least the cacao, I was told it just still gives the antioxidant punch. And
Okay,
I would
maybe.
still say that even if you get something, it's better than nothing when it comes to those. And it's definitely better than a regular candy bar. I don't think it's
Oh,
like
yeah.
honey, where honey, I was told, becomes toxic when you
Oh, I'm
cook
sorry.
it.
I'm sorry. That was my extra sweetener. I had honey in this.
Oh, I'm
Sorry,
glad I brought it up.
yes, that was the extra sweetener. So really it's the peanut butter, the cocoa powder, the honey, and the vanilla extract that gives it all its flavor.
That's a very simple recipe. And then you mixed it, and then you just made them into little balls and stuck them in the fridge.
Yep. Yep. They said to like make little balls, put it in the fridge
I
for
emailed
2
them.
hours. And And yeah, they don't melt in my hand.
As Alan
And
says,
does it,
it's the other
were you
Alan
able to
says,
make enough to
just
make a
my
couple of days with it?
portions.
Oh, honestly, I'm guessing this is gonna last 5 days. What I made. Like for me, everything that's in here, I've already had at least a day's worth, maybe two. So this is gonna be 5 days worth of treats.
That is
So
so cool. Love
so
it.
I gotta tell you, last week I went to this health food store and I bought these things. These are little chocolate bars. This is chocolate with coconut. And these are really healthy. This is made with 85% cacao dark chocolate. It's got hardly any ingredients. There's no chemical additives. This is a really healthy treat to have. But this stuff is really expensive. Each one of these bags was $17. So
Wow.
instead of buying this on a regular basis, I'm gonna make this. These will be my treats. It's healthier and it's a lot cheaper. Save me
But
money.
and and you're right about that. So think about you you bought those ingredients and
Yeah.
it probably was less than probably $30 for all those ingredients because you have them for other things also. You made a
Well,
good health.
oh yeah, yeah. Now this cocoa powder and the nibs, these two things in US dollars,
Thank you.
40, $45 for this. But this, I mean, I made one batch and I still have a full bag.
Yeah,
I'm,
usually mine will last for months.
oh
I
yeah,
think Marie
this
just
is,
got some too.
yeah, this will last months. It will.
Think about yeah, think about the health issues. Now, when you buy your ice cream, how healthy is your ice cream?
Well, I am now buying, just a couple of weeks ago, I started buying the no sugar added ice cream. So it's gonna be a lot healthier than I have been.
Todd, so
And I,
you're
Well,
talking
when you
about
do that,
Canadian dollars,
add the
right?
cocoa nibs and add a little bit of the chocolate raw cacao
yeah, yeah.
with the chocolate and make the magic shell over that. And that would be a really great antioxidant punch.
Oh, it just froze on us.
I
We
just
did.
froze. I
Hey,
just
Alan,
froze.
you're talking about Canadian dollars, right? Not American dollars.
No, when I said 45, I paid $70 Canadian for this. So I
Ah,
said that's
okay.
probably about 45 US, maybe 50.
Okay.
I try to convert it to US dollars when I talk to you guys.
Oh, that's really nice of you. Yeah. But we do
But
have
go
some,
ahead, Kim.
some other Canadian folks. And I actually have some good news that one of the doctors that we work with up in the Northwest, his mother, who's in her 90s, is in Ontario and she has PAD. She's in CLI. And he can't believe that being a CLI doctor in the Northwest, that he wouldn't know or his mom wouldn't alert him that her legs hurt. So she's in CLI and they're trying to get that taken care of. And as we were talking, he was saying that he knows a bunch of doctors, a bunch of vascular specialists across Canada. So he's going to introduce us. And I said, hey, is there any in BC or Alberta or up just on that end? And he said, oh, yeah. He's like, I'll take care of you. So next week, he's going to make some introductions. I can't wait. I'm really excited because I would love to do a Canada conference. I've been trying to do that for years, but when one doctor is available, the other one isn't. And then, I mean, it's just a nightmare. Bye,
Do it
Marie.
in, do it in Kelowna.
I don't know why Marie keeps being, well, oh, you know what? I think she was muted. She has something with her audio. She said that I think she feels like she was someone was muting her, but I think it was just because her audio, she has something wrong with her audio. I might have to play with her separately. Oh, that's what it was.
Can I
Um,
interrupt, ask a quick question?
Yeah.
no.
Okay, when I'm walking, some days I can walk 1.5 miles. Some like
Yeah.
today I walked 0.57 and I'm exhausted. It's from work. But my question is, can you build collaterals in your iliacs?
That's a really great
It's
question.
very difficult. I asked that same question at Bachar. It's very difficult to do.
Yeah.
Hmm. And but I think Douglas was the natural bypass hero, wasn't it? The inferior mesenteric artery that literally was feeding both of your legs at one point. Yeah. So your body is pretty remarkable, and if you want it, if you want to keep going, I guess at least in Douglas's case, man, it found a way. It used
Well,
its gut
the,
artery,
the
one of the gut arteries.
first time I saw Dr. Z here in Houston, he goes, "We normally don't see collaterals in that area," but he says, "You have them." And
He was
Yeah.
talking about your iliacs.
yeah, and he goes, you have collaterals that we normally don't see places." And I think that's just from the fact that my pain tolerance is kind of high. So I just keep walking even when I hurt. Now I do have to come to stop eventually. I do when I'm in that stage. But I just kept walking, and I think what I have learned is our bodies are literally the most amazing machines in the whole world.
Yeah.
Everything. Your body will do things. I mean, think about when people lose their eyesight, their hearing doubles because your body corrects for that. When people lose when people lose, certain feelings and that, other things pick up. Your body does amazing things. Think about collaterals. Think about that, Wanda. I don't have to tell my body to build a collateral. It automatically just goes, uh-oh, hello, I have an issue.
Bodied it.
I,
Yep.
I need a collateral. And your
I don't want
body
to
will
sound
do it.
I don't want to sound whiny, but sitting behind the desk, even though I do get up, I mean, there's days when I'm like, I feel like in the bendy part, like your pelvis bone and the bendy part of your thigh. I don't know where the CFA, I guess, is. I would have to show you. I'm just like, I can't take this. I cannot take this. Yeah, it just, I get exhausted from it. And then there's days where it doesn't bother me at all.
We all go through that, Wanda. All of us
Yeah.
I
that
mean,
deal with
There's
PAD at some level, all of us experience that. We all have good days. We all go ahead, Alan.
I have experienced, and I just had a procedure. When was it? Last November with Dr. Matasari, and he got
badass.
done. He checked out everything on both sides, and he was impressed with the collaterals in my amputated leg. Because the
wow, that is.
main artery is completely gone. So I have a bypass from Kim. What's it called? I'm getting old.
You have a thumb pop, thumb tib,
No, 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 no. I had that, but it's cut off now.
thumb thumb.
No, just from the groin, where they go in. What's that artery? The
You mean from
femoral
the
artery.
iliac? Oh, the
Where
common
they go in.
femoral.
Common femoral to the deep femoral. My common femoral is gone. It has been for a very long time, even after bypasses. So,
Yeah.
so my I have a tiny bypass that's 2 inches long that goes from the common femoral to my deep femoral, and the deep femoral has a block, and my leg created all new collaterals because there was nothing else was working.
Amazing.
Wow,
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
amazing.
Yep.
I don't
He was,
remember
he was
getting,
impressed.
I don't remember getting an email from my body saying, guess what, we're doing this. It just does it. And the only way I
Douglas,
guess
I
we
love
could,
you. I didn't
well,
get
I
an
don't,
email from my
I
body,
didn't
but
get, I didn't get a text. I didn't get no text or an email or nothing saying, hey, I'm building the collateral for you, babe. No, I didn't get nothing. It just, I guess the only way we can tell or we're going to really know maybe, this is a good question too, Kim, is that only way I really know is by the distance that I can walk eventually or having a procedure and a doctor going, hey, guess what? You have collaterals.
Mm-hmm.
Because I can't tell. I'm not going to be able to look down at my legs and go, oh, look, there's a collateral. Oh, look, there's a collateral. And like I said, I didn't get an email or a text saying, guess what, Doug? We built a collateral for you.
To Wanda's
it's true.
concern though, is she also, you also need to stay hydrated too.
I do. I drink. Yeah, that's all I drink. I'll drink a cup, maybe a cup and a half of coffee, but I drink water the rest of the day and then at night.
Okay.
Do you see a difference
I-
in, I don't know if you have the same number of cigarettes per day. Do you notice if there's a difference between one day where you have fewer and one day you have more? It'd be interesting. I would be curious to see if there is an actual correlation.
I have not had a cigarette since March 21st.
Wait,
I
what?
told you that.
Good for you,
Still?
Wanda.
See, my
Yay.
no, my last I had told you that.
Duh?
That's why I'm like,
Way to go.
What?
oh, why am I having this sitting pain? If I stand up, it's no. See, I had the second procedure March the 13th, and then my neighbor down the road, I would walk
Rats.
down there and I'd bum a cigarette, and then I just quit. I do have COPD, and
But there's also, we had, Wanda, remember that smoking doctor we had on that had us do the backpacks?
yeah, he was crazy.
Remember that?
Yes, could never forget the crazy guy.
I do remember him saying, for those of us that
Mommy.
smoke, for those of us that smoked, if say you smoke 35 years, it is going to take your body's just not going to get rid of that in 3 months or 4 months or 5 months. It's going to take time to get all of that, our system back to functioning before we stuck all that nicotine in us.
Yeah,
It's
I mean,
something
Yeah.
we're working on. We're
I have
working on we're
this
working on a food document for people with a history of smoking. There are real nutrient deficiencies that are caused by it that could also be leading to some of the additional cramping in your legs and the fatigue in your legs. And so we're going to work on we just brought on an intern who actually specializes in research around that area. And he's going to help us finish the document that Dr. Michael Danziger had first brought to our attention about the deficiencies in nutrients that cigarettes can lead to and how to get them back. So I might be able to send you a draft in the meantime if you remind me tomorrow, but it's really incomplete at this point. But I think that might be helpful, like, sodium and potassium and magnesium and things like that, which might help.
okay.
But Alan,
If you don't know that your potassium levels and your sodium levels are out of whack, they really screw with your body. They can cause my sodium was running so low when I was in the hospital. They put me in ICU. It started affecting my brain, my memory, and it can cause permanent brain damage. So if you have those two checked out, it changes a lot of things. But also quitting smoking, it's been 10 years for me, 8 years, somewhere in there. I don't remember.
that's
But
amazing.
it took
Yeah.
it took a good 3 years. I remember
Man.
I was going through that with Marie, and she wasn't feeling any better. She wasn't feeling any. I said, honey, it's going to take 2 to 3 years before you feel better. And I couldn't
All
grow
around.
any
All
any
around.
collaterals until I stopped, and it took 4 years for my right leg, to grow collaterals. Around 2 blockages that I still have them, one in my ankle and one behind the knee, and they would not open.
So all that you said about sodium explains a lot now. Why
Yep.
I hear why I know
Sodium,
you
potassium,
are the
and
way
there's
you
a
are.
vitamin that are critical. I can't remember what the vitamin is, but if you're
What's
not
that?
staying the ranges, it really messes up your body.
What's that, Patsy?
I gotta ask you guys a question.
Uh-oh.
I have been waking up every day for the last 2 months feeling sick. I've
Oh,
been ill.
no.
I've been ill for the last 2 months.
Oh,
And
no.
I know that my chronic pain has gone up. I can feel it in my shoulder. I can feel it in my mouth. Um, I've reviewed all of the medications I take with 2 doctors. They don't think the medications I'm taking is causing me to be sick. I've had
Did you,
what, Kim?
did you ask Sophia?
But
Not
Aaron,
specifically, no. Hang on. Let me
go ahead.
keep.
But
Let me
that's
keep
Finish.
AI.
going.
Yeah.
AIs or they don't know the whole truth.
No, but they know side effects. They can look up side effects.
Okay.
Go
Sorry.
ahead, Patsy.
I'm at it, and I know that my pad is getting worse. I can feel it in my legs. I feel pain in my legs when I'm not walking. My neuropathy is worse. And I'm at a point where I want to make an appointment with my vascular surgeon and ask him for surgery.
Yeah.
And I've lived for the last 2 years believing that I need to walk to avoid surgery, because once you start getting surgery, you always need surgery. And I've read the stories of people that have had their 150th surgery.
Yep.
Mhm.
So you need to avoid it as much as possible. But I'm at a point where I'm just thinking, I'm at a last resort. I need to find something to stop me from being ill every day, and maybe getting surgery to improve my blood flow might be the answer.
Have you ever had your carotids checked?
My what?
Your carotid arteries in your neck?
No.
Have them
So
checked.
I'm with
That
Alan on this.
sounds very suspicious.
I think there's something, especially with the nausea, um, that it's, when you have PAD and you have, it's atherosclerosis is typically systemic, like it's throughout your system, and especially the peripherals, the carotids, that's likely heart, yes, but also we're getting a lot of presentations of atherosclerosis in the abdomen, not only the aorta, but also with the nausea. My mom had nausea with her aneurysm that we just didn't know. We thought it was her Crohn's, and it just kind of made sense leading up to. The other thing is you have your inferior mesenteric arteries. You have other gut arteries in there that we find that people end up starting to feel nausea in the beginning, and then as they progress, it ends up to where they just don't even really want to eat. So it's worth having the conversation. Yes, make the appointment with your vascular doctor, and we should sit down beforehand and we should go through those questions, understand, make sure we map out those symptoms so that he can help disseminate, well, which ones are from general neuropathy and which ones seem vascular. On top of that, he can also assess whether or not maybe there's a CT angiogram that you can get that can cover all bases. So go from your abdomen all the way down to your toes. That'll cover everything that I think you're talking about. As far as what the peanut gallery over there, the other Allen, double L, double hockey sticks, is talking about is they can just take a stethoscope, to the neck, and check to see if there's any what's called a bruit, B-R-U-I-T, is spelled brute, but it's a bruit, and that just means turbulent flow. But I got to end this
Mhm.
because I have a meeting right now, but you guys can stay on. I want to thank everyone for joining us, and we can stick around after. If you're missing more of the conversation, email us at info@padhelp.org. We'll get you in the live studio audience. But if you're sitting there on YouTube, please do us a favor, like the video, subscribe to our channel. We have more great content coming up. If you want to see how to make Alan's amazing chocolate bites for Halloween, make sure to click on the live tab and scroll down for our Halloween special, where we're going to teach you how to make some special, healthier holiday treats. Thanks everyone for joining us.
Bye.